XLOOKUP is a powerful function in Excel that allows you to search in a range of cells, find the corresponding value to return. It's almost like VLOOKUP but more flexible to implement. It can search from both left side and right side of the lookup value. It can perform a reverse search from bottom to top and top to bottom. It can return entire rows and columns of data instead of a single value. And also, it can work with wildcards to search values. One thing to remember is that XLOOKUP is available in Excel 365 and Excel 2019. Before we dive into the main topic, take a moment to drop your thoughts in the comment section and hit that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, consider to subscribe now. That way, you will be notified whenever a new video is out. Without any further delay, let us start. I have the employee-wise sales recorded from January 2023 to June 2023. At first, I'm going to convert this data into a table format by pressing Ctrl T and click OK. This has multiple colors, which is confusing to look into it. I'm going to table styles and pick none so that all fancy colors will be gone. Remove the filters by pressing Alt D FF. Give a name TBL sales. When you name a table like this, it will be very easy to understand and write the formulas. Example 1. Find employee name using employee ID equals to XLOOKUP employee ID, comma, the lookup value is employee ID and the lookup array. That means where we wanted to search that employee ID, that is employee ID column. When you move the cursor on top of the header, you can see a black arrow mark facing down. That time if you click, it selects only the range within that header, comma. Return array is that what we need once the lookup value matches in the employee ID. We need employee names. These are the first three mandatory arguments that we need to provide. So we have provided all three mandatory arguments. We will look in the remaining optional parameters in a bit. So close the bracket, hit enter. We have got Mary LA for 2970. Mary LA is the employee. You can look at row number 16. It is exactly matching and it is nothing more fancy compared to our regular VLOOKUP. Even we can use VLOOKUP to find employee name using the employee ID. Lookup value is employee ID. We need to search within the employee ID and we need employee names. When we are using the VLOOKUP, we need to select both the columns, comma, we need the second column names into the result, comma, 0, close the bracket. We have got Mary LA. In this scenario, there is no difference at all either to use the VLOOKUP or XLOOKUP. We will see the major difference in the coming examples. Example 2. Find employee name using email ID. Using email ID, we need to find the employee name. In the previous example, we had the employee ID in the leftmost column and next to it we have the names so that we were able to find the employee name easily using XLOOKUP and VLOOKUP. Using VLOOKUP, we will not be able to find the employee names using email ID because the lookup value email ID is in the right side and the result value in the left side. So here only possible with XLOOKUP equals to XLOOKUP lookup value, comma, where we need to search within the email ID, comma, what is the result we need, employee names, close bracket, hit enter. For this email ID, Walter Bruce is the employee. If you look at the row number 17, Walter Bruce is the employee name for walter.bruce@email.com email ID. Before getting to the example 3, I would like to request you to please leave your thoughts in the comment section and don't forget to subscribe if you are not done yet. Thank you very much. Let's continue. Example 3. How to use wildcard in XLOOKUP. We have employee name partially with a Rick. So we need to find the employee ID for this employee equals to XLOOKUP, and you can see the employee name row number 6 Ricky Thomas. So Ricky is in the very beginning of the characters and asterisk comma where we wanted to search in the employee names column, and in return what we want, employee ID, put 2 times comma, we need to choose the match mode wildcard and then close bracket. Now we are able to find employee ID even though we don't have the full name of the employee. We can see row number 6 which matches Ricky Thomas. His employee ID is 3317. Example 4. What would if not found any value? Suppose whatever the employee ID we got, if that employee ID is not listed within our database, then what to do? Obviously it returns hash and error. Let's see. Equals to XLOOKUP employee ID, comma, lookup value is employee ID column, comma, we need employee names column, close bracket. Because this employee ID is not in our database, so that it returned error. So open the cell, at the end put one more comma. Here the fourth argument comes in picture. If not found, we can update doesn't exist and close bracket. Hit enter. Instead of showing hash and error, we can simply say doesn't exist. That means this employee ID does not exist in our database. Example 5. Find name and sum of sales of Q1 using employee ID. We need to find the employee name and the Q1 sales and total sales. Q1 sales will be January plus February plus March, and the total sales will be sum of all these 6 months. XLOOKUP, lookup value, employee ID, comma, names, close bracket, we will get Walter Bruce. Q1 sales equals to XLOOKUP, lookup value is employee ID, comma, lookup array is employee ID, comma, in return what we need, instead of returning a single value, now we need 3 values, January, February and March. So I am going to select all these 3 months, then close bracket. Now it returned 3 values in the row number 17. These 3 values are matching with the values returned. We need to wrap this output within the sum function so that all these 3 values will be summed up as quarter 1. Let's see now how to sum all the 6 columns. Equals to XLOOKUP, lookup value is employee ID, lookup array is employee ID column, comma, return array we need from January to June, close bracket, and this entire formula we need to wrap up with sum function so that all 6 months sales will be summed up as total sales. Example 6. Which employee achieved the highest or lowest sales in January? So we need to find who is achieved the highest sales in the month of January. First we will find the highest sales using max function, max of January column. Now we find the highest value and it is easy to find the employee for that sales. Equals to XLOOKUP, this value match within the January column, comma, return array is the employee name here, close bracket. William Bradley achieved the highest sales in the month of January. Let's see the lowest sales. Equals to min of January column, close bracket. We found very minimum value using equals to XLOOKUP, lowest sales, comma, lookup array January column, comma, return array is names. So the lowest sales achieved by James Paul. Suppose we have a random value like 8,000 and minimum value as 2,300. Who achieved very close to this number? Then how to use the XLOOKUP? Equals to XLOOKUP, lookup value lookup array is January, comma, return array is names, and then put one more comma. Here the match mode is exact match or next larger item, which indicates 1, close bracket. We can see Thomas Scene. Here the value is 8000 and the employee name is Thomas Scene. You can see the row number 13 has achieved 8762. After 8000, this is the next highest value that is achieved by Thomas Scene. Similarly, we can use XLOOKUP to find the lowest value. So lowest sales, comma, January column. The return array is names, comma, put one more comma. The match mode is exact match or next smaller item, which stands for -1, close bracket, hit enter. Rupert Murdoch is achieved the next lowest sales. You can see row number 33, Rupert Murdoch achieved 1957, which is next lowest value to the 2300. Example 7. Always any lookup function will start searching from the top to bottom, like as usual XLOOKUP. So we need to find the employee name starting with JOS, ampersand, double quote, asterisk, close the double quote, comma. We need to find name, comma. The return array is, let's say we are going to take email ID and close bracket. This will give an error, comma. Match mode is wildcard. Don't forget, whenever you wanted to use wildcard, you need to give a fifth argument match mode as wildcard character match. Hit enter. Now it returned Joseph Rudyard at email.com. You can see row number 10, Joseph Rudyard. It is scanned from the top to bottom. So at the top it is found at the row number 10. So it returned the value. I'm going to change the row number 20 to employee name to Josemary. Since this value is taken from the top to bottom, now we will see how to search from bottom to top. XLOOKUP, employee name, Jos, and ampersand, double quote, asterisk, close the double quote. So lookup array, employee names, comma, return array is email ID, comma, put one more comma and one more time comma. At the last argument, we can see search last to first, -1, close bracket, hit enter. Sorry, match mode I forgot to give. So the match mode is wildcard. So we got David Lawrence. For Josemary, David Lawrence is the email ID. So using XLOOKUP, you can search from the bottom to top or top to bottom, however you wish. Based on your requirement, you can make use of XLOOKUP with more flexible arguments. Example 8. Get the whole record. Using employee ID, we need to get the entire record of that particular employee. Then how to get it? Equals to XLOOKUP, select the employee ID, comma, lookup array is employee ID, comma, and the return array is, so select the entire table. Move your cursor on the left top corner and see if the cursor changes to black diagonal position. Click on that, it select the entire table. Hit tab, close bracket. It return the entire record of that particular employee. Instead of spilling across horizontally, let us change to vertical. Open the cell, wrap up the entire formula within transpose and close the bracket. It spills vertically. Now copy the headers, go to paste special, select values, select transpose, click OK, apply the necessary formatting. This is how we can use the XLOOKUP function in multiple ways to analyze the data. I hope you enjoyed this video with all these examples. I am sure it will help you in your regular work. Please don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe if you are not done yet. Thank you very much. See you in the next video.